Happy Monday, May 20th, everyone. Welcome back to North Central Weather Center. My name is Hunter, and we have a substantial severe weather event that is likely to unfold, especially as we go into tomorrow on Tuesday. We'll be outlining that and looking ahead to the Memorial Day weekend forecast, including Saturday, May 25th, Sunday, May 26th, and Memorial Day itself, May 27th, in today's weather forecast. So if you are new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. We'll keep you updated on the latest weather forecast for your area. Also, give the video a like down below. I definitely appreciate it. So let's look here at today's weather forecast for your Monday, May 20th. Already this morning, we woke up with mild conditions up here across portions of the Midwest into the Ohio Valley, especially there in that region from Illinois eastward through Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky. Temperatures there into the 70s this morning to start. We already have warmed up into the 80s, middle 80s across those areas there from the Midwest eastward toward the Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley this afternoon. That is sparking some severe weather. We do have a couple areas of concern for severe storms going through the rest of this afternoon and into this evening. The first area and more significant area of concern will be out here into southwestern Nebraska into the North Platte region. We have a level 3 out of 5 and enhanced risk of the severe weather here in the orange. Slight risk extending east into eastern Nebraska, central and western Iowa, including Omaha and Des Moines, and moving northward into southern Minnesota just south of the Twin Cities. A secondary area of concern, a level 2 out of 5 on the slight risk from Milwaukee down the lakefront there into Chicago there and even west toward Rockford, Illinois, and down towards, say, the Peoria region, Kankakee, Illinois. We'll keep a very close eye on that going through the rest of today. Damaging winds are going to be the main concern here, up to 60 miles per hour, unless you're in southwestern portions or central portions of Nebraska. Some isolated 75 plus mile per hour wind gusts near North Platte and Hastings may be possible. Also, some very large hail out that way as well. That could be 2 inches in diameter or larger. And a few tornadoes cannot be ruled out. The first corridor over here into that enhanced risk area around North Platte here, moving through the Omaha region and Des Moines down toward Kansas City and Topeka. And then a secondary area on the lakefront from Milwaukee all the way down into Chicago, Rockford, Illinois, down to Peoria. We'll keep a very close eye on that. Going through the rest of this afternoon, we have supercell thunderstorms up here in southeast Wisconsin. Those could pose a risk for all hazards. Damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour, some quarter-size hail, and a couple of tornadoes will be possible. We're still waiting into the Nebraska, Kansas, and also the Iowa vicinity for storms. Those will develop after sunrise and not too far after after sunset rather, across portions of Nebraska into Iowa here. These will pose a risk for damaging winds, large hail, and a couple tornadoes. Those storms will grow upscale into early Tuesday morning. We're talking 2, 3, 4, and 5 o'clock in the morning here, and this will become more of a heavy rainmaker with some isolated damaging wind gusts and some large hail, and it cannot even rule out a tornado on the leading edge of this as we go through the night. And you can see very heavy rainfall from this complex of showers and storms as it crosses through Nebraska into Iowa, into portions of Minnesota and western Wisconsin. Widespread 1 to 3 inches of rain through your Tuesday time frame. Now going into Tuesday, May 21st, we definitely heat up as we go into the afternoon. Temperatures will be into the 80s, especially over here towards Chicago, St. Louis, and Indianapolis in our eastern viewing area, and that, my friends, will actually lead to more of a substantial severe weather event, an event we haven't seen in about a year's time. This is the biggest event we have seen in this area since the high risk we saw last March of 2023, so we have a moderate risk of severe weather here currently for portions of Des Moines, southeastern Iowa, and across the Mississippi River into parts of northwest Illinois, including the Davenport Quad Cities region, Galesburg, and Macomb, Illinois. So we'll keep a very close eye on that. That is an area where a bow echo could actually move through as we go through Tuesday, producing intense and destructive 80 plus mile per hour wind gusts. In that enhanced risk area, though, nothing not to laugh at here. La Crosse, Madison, Milwaukee, the western suburbs of Chicago, down towards St. Louis into the Quincy region, Kansas City, Omaha. All these folks here in the orange could still have a pretty formidable chance at severe weather. And if you're in the dark green or yellow, you still do have a chance of severe weather as well, up toward Marquette, into the Grand Rapids area, Green Bay, Chicago itself, down here to St. Louis, Springfield and Branson, Missouri, back toward Wichita. That's a large area just in general. You get the idea for severe weather on Tuesday. Big time hail with the initial storms. We could be seeing hail over 2 inches in diameter across western Iowa and northwest Missouri. As those storms grow upscale, we're going to see a major bow echo moving across the Hawkeye state of Iowa toward the Davenport Quad Cities area and the Mississippi River. And in this area from Des Moines toward Davenport and south toward Galesburg, Illinois, then that purple shaded color, that's a 45% significant wind risk of 80 plus mile per hour winds. That could extend as far north as La Crosse, Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, Madison, even up here toward Mason City, Waterloo, and Cedar Rapids, maybe even as far south as Kirksville, Missouri. So a large area here for significant damaging winds. In addition to that, very strong tornadoes. We could be seeing some EF2s, maybe EF3 type tornadoes tomorrow in this environment from La Crosse, Prairie du Chien, over here towards Madison, Rockford, Illinois, the Davenport Quad Cities region, getting into Muscatine, back here into Kirksville, into Maquoketa, Iowa, into Dubuque, into the Des Moines area, Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City. All these areas may have the chance for some stronger tornadoes. So let's look here at the dynamics. We have dew points surging into the 60s, near 70 degrees tomorrow afternoon and evening. That will become ripe for severe weather. CAPE, your convective available potential energy, will be strong, almost off the charts up here for May, 3,000, 4,000 joules per kilogram of instability. This will also feed into the tornado parameter space. You can see we call it a significant tornado parameter space, and you can see the values are peaking around 14s, 15s out of 10s here across southern Iowa and northern Missouri Tuesday afternoon. That area will shift eastward, but also lessen a little bit as we go into the Illinois Valley Tuesday evening. But notice, there's still values. So where there are values, there is a chance for a significant tornado here. So let's look at the timing in general. Tuesday morning, an ongoing complex of showers and storms from tonight's severe weather out in the plains will be rumbling across Iowa into Wisconsin and into Minnesota. This could pose a risk for isolated severe weather, so don't be surprised Tuesday morning if you have a severe thunderstorm or two. As we go into the afternoon, there could be some storms out here out ahead of the main line, or it may just be a warm sector with a lot of sunshine and a few clouds moving through. If we do see more sun, that will re-energize, recover the atmosphere, and a major bow echo and squall line will be pushing across Iowa very quickly as we go in towards Tuesday evening, crossing over the Mississippi River to Wisconsin, Illinois, and into eastern Missouri here. We have to keep a very close eye on this. 80 plus mile per hour winds with the apex of that bow echo will be possible. And then as it moves eastward towards Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky, it will outrun the better instability and actually weaken very quickly towards Chicago, toward Indianapolis, and Grand Rapids, Michigan. Going into the middle and late portion of the week, Wednesday, May 22nd through Friday, May 24th, you can see temperatures on Wednesday pretty uniform across the north central U.S. into the 70s. Same thing on Thursday, mid to upper 70s, a few 80s sprinkled in there. And then as we go into Friday, again, another spring and early summer-like day, temperatures back into the 70s and lower 80s. So nothing to complain about. We are monitoring severe weather on Wednesday from portions of Ohio down into the Indiana region, including Indianapolis, into the Louisville area, Paducah, back to St. Louis here in Springfield, Missouri, and also Branson, Missouri, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, some of these areas on Wednesday. This is mainly going to be for wind and hail. The tornado threat should actually remain pretty low. You can see, and it's also going to remain pretty scattered, so we're not going to see everybody seeing severe weather Wednesday. Thursday, maybe more severe weather in and around our eastern, southeastern viewing area. Same thing on Friday. It's May. We could have some severe weather in isolated instances from the Ohio Valley back here toward the Central Plains. Looking at that period, some very heavy rainfall across our central and eastern 2/3 of our viewing area, especially for Kansas, Missouri, over here into Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, southern Illinois. Very heavy rainfall, over an inch here through that Wednesday, Friday time frame. So now let's look ahead to Memorial Day weekend itself. Saturday, May 25th through Memorial Day, Monday, May 27th. You can see this weekend for Saturday and Sunday, temperatures will either be a handful of degrees below normal or a handful of degrees above normal, depending on where you are. The most below normal temperatures will be up here into the upper Midwest, but don't let that fool you. We could be seeing some rainfall with that. So that's why our temperatures will actually be a little bit cooler, because of the rainfall. It's still going to be muggy out there on Saturday. Then as we go into Sunday, maybe some storms out here from the Dakotas down into Nebraska and Kansas, maybe some storms out here into the upper peninsula, the lower Michigan region as we go into Sunday. And looking at come Monday, Memorial Day itself, it looks like most of us warm back up, and you can see looking at precipitation during that day, an early look at this. Looks pretty wet out here in the Ohio Valley. We'll keep refining this as we get closer, but definitely during that weekend time frame between Saturday, May 25th and Monday, Memorial Day, May 27th, some pretty heavy rainfall from the Ohio Valley back there toward the Midwest, even the upper Midwest as well. We'll be able to refine this as we do get closer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to remain weather aware as we do get closer to this event tomorrow. It is going to be an upper echelon severe weather threat, the likes of which we haven't seen in at least a year across this region, if not more. So make sure to remain subscribed to my channel, and I'll keep you updated on that. And if I have to, make sure to press the like button down below, it's the thumbs up button. Leave any comments, questions, and concerns below. I'll answer all of those later on today. My name is Hunter with North Central Weather Center, and I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their Monday out there.